Alan, it's a few days since we played Doncaster at the weekend. How do you think the game, now you've had a chance to go and review, how do you think it went?
Yeah, I think we pretty much nailed it on the day. I thought first half it was the skill level wasn't too high on both sides. I thought both sides played on emotion. It was semi-final, it was a late kick-off, it'd been a warm week, it was a warm day and a bit of fatigue, and skill level wasn't as high, and the team that was going to complete second half would go on and win the game, and you know, Doncaster did that. I think we gave them a lot of opportunities with the ball, but they sort of went route one second half and tightened up a little bit, and we struggled to deal with that, unfortunately, on the day. And I think fatigue played its part for us as well, and we weren't as smart as we could have been second half. But saying that, I do think we'd had a little bit of a soft run, and probably needed that game, and you know, it gives us an opportunity to play this week as well, which will be against a very tough North Wales Crusaders side. So although we did get beat, you know, we've earned the second chance, and it might be really good for us, because like I say, I feel we need another game if we are to take part in the final.
You mentioned a little bit about fatigue. Did that come from the week off, or the turning the ball over too cheaply in possession in that first half, or a combination of both, do you think?
I think there's a number of things. I think the first thing is we've had a real soft run in. You know, the Rochdale game, I don't think we've played well since the Dewsbury game, if I'm honest with you, but I do think the Rochdale game was a little bit to and fro, and then, you know, we upped it a little bit towards the end, and we come away with a 40-point win, and then we had a week off, come back in, played London, which was a little bit of a non-entity game-wise, and then we went to Workington, and you know, we had a couple of bumps and bruises that we rested, so there was some blokes coming off, you know, 2-3 week game layoff. Then the errors in the first half didn't help. We had opportunities with the ball and turn the ball over, and we seemed to be starting our defensive sets on the halfway line, and Doncaster in good ball a lot. So even though I think they only scored twice in the first half, took quite a lot of energy out of us, and we knew we had to come out the second half and complete our sets, and not in a boring way. We had to be smart how we did it, and we weren't. Even at 6 points up, we still looked a little bit shaky with the ball. So listen, we were outplayed. We were outplayed by a better side on the day. There was, you know, opportunities for us. Potentially we could have gone 14-4 up with the no try ruling on Jacks, and then a bit of a 12-point swing with the second Fanua try, where we feel maybe the ball was knocked forward. But these things happen. You know, we can't live and die off referees' calls. We've got to compete on what we can compete on. So you know, even at 14-4, we wouldn't have, potentially, if we'd have played the same way, we might not have saw the game out. So it's all ifs and buts, and I know I share the supporters' frustrations on a couple of those things and the players, but we just got to compete on what we can compete on, and now the week ahead is what we can compete on and get right. And if we do that, we'll give ourselves a chance to hopefully go to Doncaster again in the final.
Obviously, the performances we put in over the regular season, we managed to get a second bite of the cherry with playing this weekend. There should be no easy games at this stage of the year. What are you expecting leading into the Crusaders game at the weekend? Well,
we've had two real tough games against them this year. I think they were 8-6 up here at half-time at home, and I think it was only the last 15 minutes when we got over the top of them, and away we were 16-6 down at half-time, and they cracked us a few times, and we found different ways to win against them both times. They're a physical side. They faced a lot of adversity this year. I think they lost the first 7 games. They didn't play at home until I think the second to last game of the season. But it's all come right from it this time. They've got a couple of loans in who've really helped them from Warrington, and they've had a settled side, and you know, you can tell they're pretty vigilant in what they do and play a certain way, and it works really well for them. So it's going to be a tough game. They're coming on at a high off 2 really good away wins. Workington's tough up there, and to beat Oldham at Boundary Park as well, in the manner in which they won as well. So we know how difficult it's going to be. But saying that, we've got to get us right as well. We've got to be focused on us first. Make sure we do our prep right, we train right, we nail and buy into our game plan and execute that. And if we do that, we give ourselves a great chance before we start even, looking at them and worrying about them. We've got to get us right. And we will. It's my job to make sure we do, and the coaches and the players are hurting a little bit as well from Sunday, because we feel like there's an opportunity missed. But it happens for a reason, like I say, and it's another home semi this weekend in front of our supporters who were really good on the weekend. I thought got behind us, and we're urging them to come again on Sunday and cheer on the boys to hopefully a victory.
As a coach, does it? I think pleased is the wrong, or please you that is the wrong words to use, but the lads were hurting after the game. Is that what you want to see when you get a result like that you could have been within 80 minutes, or you could be sat there in a playoff final, but instead you've got to go and work for another 80 minutes? Yeah,
it means a lot to him. There was no lack of effort out there. We were tired, we were fatigued, which we'd brought on ourselves. Our skill wasn't as good as it could have been in our execution. But they all wanted to win, they all prepared to win. We just didn't execute those things on the day. So, look, if there was laughing and joking after the game, it wouldn't have been something I would have been happy with. But they were down, but it's also that now we've got to get them back up and remind them that they've done some really good things this year. Especially at home in front of our supporters, and remind them that they've earned the right to have this second opportunity. We finished second, and they've done some really good things this season. That's probably not recognised as much externally, but we're not going to go into that tonight.
Yeah. What's the plan for this week then in the lead up?
Obviously we're in tonight. We've had a good review. I felt we needed to do a decent review on Doncaster. We don't always do a long review. We look forward to the week, but we thought there were some things on there that we could take into Sunday's game, and we'll do our usual prep. Boys are over in the gym now, and then we'll be on the field soon, and then on Friday we'll preview and have a good run. And rehearse hopefully what we're going to do on Sunday, and it's just about keeping the boys fresh and ready to go. They've got that look in their eye, and I'm pretty confident they'll come out and put in their best performance on Sunday.
And on a personal note, you're not going to be missing the game on Sunday?
No. Little boy Bo yesterday. Hannah was amazing, and she's let me come to training tonight as well. So she's got her hands full at home, but yeah, we're appreciative of that, and thanks everyone for the best wishes on that.
Well, congratulations, and commiserations for the weekend, and we'll look forward to this coming weekend with Crusaders at home.
Thanks.
Cheers.
Cheers, Scott.